Hey guys, UFP, DHS Jeh Johnson solution, no more ICE detainers, automatic release for immigration enforcement. I don't know anything about Johnson. I don't know about this, but this comes from Secretary of Homeland Security Jeh Johnson. He's issued memorandums and policies which have had effects of nullifying immigration laws, so severely limit law enforcement activities against illegal aliens and illegal alien criminals. On Tuesday, Johnson will be called to testify regarding the subversion before Congress in a conference call with law enforcement officials last week. Johnson provided some insight of the official illegal alien-friendly position on sanctuary cities and ICE detainers. Johnson's reported to Breitbart News and stated that then having Congress mandate compliance with detainers, in essence, another law would simply ignore, he would ignore another law. Supports cooperative relationships with very request for prisoners to be held will be issued and only for those deemed for threatening or deemed most threatening. Sorry folks. Basically here, here's the situation, folks. We don't know how bad it's getting in certain areas. I mean, if you have 100 illegals coming over the Mexican border, what would you do? Let's say it's not the guys. Let's say, all right, screw it. Let's say it's a bunch of hot chicks that are, model-esque, and they got a bunch of kids with them. You shoot them? Or do you say, okay, well, they can provide a service or two and then go home? Or do you just say, all right, get back against the border. Go that way. Go, go, go. We could sit there all night. It ain't going to matter. So it really doesn't matter what is or is going on. These guys here are basically following the same rules that applied. I guarantee you, if we could get a hold of ancient Rome's documents, they would have done the same thing. Johnson elaborated on how this new program will make America safer, saying last year alone, something like 12,000 of our detainers were not acted upon, and so we created a new program, the Priority Enforcement Program. It was announced in November. It now stood up and available for those who are willing to accept it, and it is essentially does two things differently than Secure Community Program. First, with some exceptions, we are doing away with detainers. Detainers, ladies and gentlemen, I know you know, but those of you who don't know, is the ability to obviously detain a person. In other words, you get stopped, you get frisked. You ask, am I being arrested? And you keep asking, am I being arrested? Am I being detained? They have to legally tell you you're being detained, show you the detainer after the fact, do a whole bunch of paperwork, and then move you through. And it goes whether or not you're, bitching at a neighbor for cutting on your side of the grass and he calls the cops, or if there's 25 armed Mexicans that come over the border that nobody shoots because of Obama logic. Well, 25 guys come over the border, even from Canada, and I say open fire. I say put those sons of bitches down. Don't even wait for don't even wait for the go-ahead. If they carry and they're aiming, put them down. Headshots for all of them as best you can make it. Alright, this is another one on them being soft on the illegals. First it was the prisoners, now it's the illegals.